The invasion by the Terran forces into the galactic dictatorial territories, codenamed Liberty, marked a significant turning point in the history of galactic armored warfare. Alien observers noted it as the beginning of a new era of conflict and strategic maneuvers. For human forces and their alien allies, it symbolized a crusade against oppressive forces, a battle for the survival of humanity and its allies. Throughout the years of ensuing battles across the galaxy, a new breed of soldiers emerged, some fighting on both sides of the conflict. Among them was Jason, a young tank commander of the 1st Terran Armor Division. The invasion was meticulously planned, with Terran forces organized into 3 main armored columns. The Northern Armored Column led the offensive against the galactic dictatorial homeworld, the Central Column targeted key strategic points, and the Southern Column, which included the 1st Terran Armor Division, was tasked with securing the resource planets of the Outer Rim. Following a successful campaign in the Andromeda system, the 1st Terran Armor Division was expanded, but they were not fully prepared for the initial assault. As human forces advanced into galactic dictatorial territory, Jason and his crew were close behind, soon becoming deeply involved in the fight. Jason's Lion tank played a crucial role in their success. On July 12, 2645, his tank received orders to relocate to a strategic hill known as 65. Upon reaching their destination and narrowly avoiding a rocky outcrop, Jason's gunner noticed a group of enemy tanks rapidly approaching. Jason peered at the targeting screen, observing the activities unfolding at the western edge of the hill. After repositioning their tank to gain a more advantageous viewpoint, Jason and his crew spotted a total of 18 enemy tanks, divided into 2 groups, 12 in one group and 6 in the second group. Jason instructed his driver, Alex, to maneuver the tank to the left side of the hill as they braced themselves for the impending clash, aligning their tank to confront the advancing enemy armor head-on. Following another repositioning to secure a commanding view over the hill, Jason took charge and issued orders. Enemy tank ahead of us. Load armor-piercing shells. Open fire. A shot resounded through the air, and Jason observed the enemy tank on the targeting screen. An armor-piercing shell hit the turret, causing it to ricochet high into the air. The second shot yielded the same outcome. At that moment, the first enemy shot sailed past the tank, missing its mark. The first enemy tank in their sights was then struck twice more. Frustrated with the inefficiency of the Lion tank gun against the new enemy armor, the gunner exclaimed, "Damn it, we can't penetrate their armor. What a useless gun we have." When 2 more enemy tanks emerged, Jason issued an order to aim at the tracks and other weak spots. The first shot successfully damaged the track of the leading tank. With the tank's mobility compromised, the entire responsibility fell on Alex. With exceptional skill, he maneuvered the tank into an optimal position to precisely target a second enemy tank, which quickly became engulfed in flames. The loader swiftly inserted the next round. Observing the screen, Jason noticed one of the enemy tank's turrets aimed in their direction, ready to fire at any moment. He yelled, "Turn right and accelerate at full power." The tank surged forward, and at that precise moment the enemy opened fire. The shell narrowly missed, passing just 2 meters behind the tank. Thanks to its low silhouette, the Lion tank presented a small target for the enemy tank's gunner. After narrowly escaping another enemy tank, with an enemy gunner who had rather poor aim, Jason managed to reach the edge of a small forest where he could plan his next course of action. While conducting a quick reconnaissance on foot, Jason noticed a third enemy vehicle. Believing he had remained unnoticed, he was taken by surprise when a deafening explosion almost killed him. Dusting himself off, he saw one of the demolished enemy tanks, its turret blown off and now protruding from the ground like a flagpole. The crucial factor in this situation was clearly Olaf's remarkable powers of observation, quick thinking, and exceptional gunnery skills. Although both tanks had fired simultaneously, Jason's gunner demonstrated the presence of mind to locate, aim, and strike the target. Upon returning to his tank, Jason was the first to praise his skilled gunner. Kicking the Lion tank's engine into gear, Alex expertly guided the tank to a position allowing Olaf a clear shot at the enemy tank. In an instant, the 4th enemy tank was obliterated. Following another tense encounter, skillfully navigated by Alex through deceptive terrain, Jason embarked on a mission to find the 3 enemy vehicles he had observed earlier. Scanning the surroundings, he spotted the trio of enemy tanks positioned on top of a hill. With a rapid maneuver by Alex, the tank closed the gap to within 500 meters of the remaining enemy tank. In quick response to Jason's command, Olaf fired an armor-piercing round, striking the enemy tank with a resounding crack. The remaining enemy tanks swiftly shifted their aim toward Jason's tank, prompting Alex to urgently reposition the tank. Olaf fired another round, but it ricocheted off the enemy tank's armor. With precision, Jason's crew worked diligently, eventually landing a shot that appeared to disable the turret of the enemy tank. Meanwhile, the 3rd enemy tank opted for a hasty retreat. As Jason and his crew began to disengage, they were taken by surprise when the turret of the 2nd enemy tank suddenly sprang back to life. Olaf promptly loaded another round into the breach, and the ensuing shot caused the enemy tank to erupt in flames, with its crew desperately attempting to flee the inferno. According to alien observers, Jason and his crew displayed tremendous courage in facing a pack of superior enemy tanks alone, annihilating 6 of these vehicles. Even when employing armor-piercing rounds, the tank's weapons often couldn't deliver enough energy to penetrate the enemy armor. Nonetheless, the tanks managed to destroy the latest enemy heavy tanks despite this technological limitation. Other compensatory factors came into play, chiefly the exceptional technical competence of the tank crews. Rigorous training had honed their skills, allowing them to combine the tank's mobility with precise and rapid gunnery. They excelled at delivering the initial shot and fully leveraging the tank's inherent advantages, including its armor and firepower. On the evening of July 12th, Jason, Olaf, and their driver, Alex, were proudly awarded the United Earth Award by a jubilant human general. For Jason, this marked the beginning of a series of battlefield decorations. This newly decorated tank commander received a warm reception from his devoted crew, solidifying the fact that a true warrior had emerged.